Howdy people. Okay, bear with me, it's a little bit windy out here, but today I've got this one. It's a Reaper Naga, and the pods aren't really particularly too big, and the shapes were a little bit all over the place, but I knew that would be the case just because it's non-isolated seeds. But I do love the shape on these. Nice glossy. I'll show you some of the other shapes that were coming off it. Pretty cool. But there were some odd looking ones as well. And this is what leads me to believe it was probably a Naga Morich instead of a Dorset Naga or a Naga Viper or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, so if anybody knows, if they could put that in the comments, that'd be great. But this is the one I'm going to try today. It's the biggest and best shape that I've got on the plant. There's probably another 20 pods on it, but I think this was the best one. It's got a nice strong smell to it as well. Quite a fruity. I guess it is kind of like a butt sort of smell to it, even though it's a Naga. Naga being just slightly different, usually a little bit more bitter, and Ghost being I reckon a sweeter type of pod. Very similar though. It's quite thick as well. All of these pods have got a really thick skin on it. I'm assuming it'll have a big placenta in it. Love the red colour. Alright, let's get into it. Beautiful flavour. Already feel a bit on the back of the throat too. It's actually really sweet. Excuse me, for something that I thought for a Reaper crossed with a Naga. You know, two of the flavours that aren't really my favourite. That's actually turned out to be a really nice sweet pod. Already top of the back of the throat. Heat's a little bit on the tongue, more pinpricky sort of heat already. I'm really impressed with the flavour of that. It's a little bit warm out here today, so it might already be getting a bit of a sweat on, but definitely the hottest thing I've had this year to start with. I really like the flavour of that. Okay, heat's picking up on the tongue, picking up in the back of the throat still. Yeah, I wouldn't mind eating this just with a meal as a fresh pod. One thing I've been loving doing lately is just getting, a slice of meat and just taking a pod and eating it with that, letting the fat cut through it a bit so it's not always fire. A bit of drool coming too. You know, the heat's not really keep on picking up. It's there, but it's not super intense. I thought this would be hotter off the bat. Top of the roof of my mouth. I think I burned it a little bit last night when I was eating dinner, so that could be a bit of it, but it is on the roof of my mouth. Back of my throat's not too bad. I thought it was going to really heat up there for a bit, the top of the back of my throat. A little bit of sweat. Yeah, definitely got a bit of sweat going on. But they got a fantastic smell to it as well. I mean, already just sitting out here in the sun, that's picking up the smell a bit. Yeah. I guess heat, we're looking at probably heading up towards a 8.5 out of 10. Certainly not the incendiary stuff of a Primatali or, some of the really hot ones I've had. One thing I had that I grew last year has the Reaper Cross Douglas Red variation. It's grown different shaped pods this year as it's been overwintered, and they've taken on more of the original shape of the chocolate one I had that the seeds originated from. But this year the pods are fire. I might even review another one and show you the shape they've turned into. It's amazing, you know, what a couple of generations can do. All right, this is already dying down. I'm pretty happy with that. I would definitely recommend it. I would like to see it a little bit more stable. I knew it was going to be a bit of a all over the shop with shapes, but if I got a plant full of these sort of shapes, I'd be happy. This one almost looks a bit more ghost shaped, or Nagamorich I should say, and this one, well, that's just all over the shop, but fantastic flavour. All right, out of 10, 8.5. All right, people, have a fantastic day. I'll catch you later.